What a perfect moment. I'm gonna get water.
Alright, everyone gets their pee break, gets their water. How you doing, Gavin and Rhea?
What up?
How are you doing? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Ready to go? I'm ready. If you're ready, let's go.
Technically still working.
What do you mean
How? Why?
technically?
I'm having to program things for our discounts tomorrow.
Lame.
That is the one annoying thing that Wednesdays have become, is
Becomes your
whenever we
discount
do
day?
a sale, it always starts on a Thursday. So I have to spend Wednesday night after hours when the stores are closed building in all the discounts.
Just make someone else do it.
I wish I could. No one else has the access I do. Actually, it should be up to the managers, but the managers are incompetent. So,
Oh, that's always fun.
yep.
Are they genuinely incompetent, or is it weaponized incompetence?
That is what I'm trying to figure out, honestly.
Weaponized incompetence.
It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty serious.
Is your significant other just like, oh, I don't know how to cook. I'm just so bad at it. You better do it.
Yeah.
Baby them through learning how to cook. That's the only way
No,
you
those-
fucking cure that.
Nah, you can't do it. If it's willful, like there's no matter how simple you make it, they will forget it every single time. Because they haven't really forgot it. They just put in no mental energy to remembering how to do it.
Sure, but belittle them. Subtly, not in a direct way.
That makes you
Call
bad
them
guy
baby.
now.
Who cares?
Fair point.
Alright, are we all ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
the
last
whole
time, you dealt with some... You finally made it to Graven Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Very big win
Woo-woo.
there. You have seen some dark visions through your crystal you got in all the way back in Gracklestew from the nice stone giant that the stone giant leader who you helped save his kin. Other than that, you've seen some horrifying visions of the start of this demon lord apocalypse, and a few.
Omniloth was behind it all, as
Mhm.
usual.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
A
She
woman laughed. A
laughed.
woman laughed, and there aren't many women in the.
Then maybe you have to ask about Loth. But you asked about Baphomet.
Mm-hmm.
Roki had a great time with that one. Something about a weapon, a contraption made of metal and stone, capable of reshaping the Underdark.
Mm-hmm. Which is concerning because things like that exist. So, you know, it's exist question mark.
Exists? Question mark.
People talk about it, but it's like
Upsetting.
hard to really pin down like anything about it. Yeah, and we're gonna just figure out what we're dealing with.
So, you come through. You guys have rested for the night. Whatever you would like to do, you could do.
All right, yeah. Get up. We're going to be forcing Rogi to see demon lords again today.
Yay.
It's normal.
Yay!
Rogi, it's Demon Lord time.
Demon Lord o'clock.
Demon Lord o'clock.
We had some vague, this is both in and out of character, just talking. We had some vague idea of Orcus probably being down here. I don't know if it's worth our time to check that whenever. I think we're all about 40% sure he's here, at the very minimum. There's always
It's him.
Gratz, Prince, the Dark Prince, as I believe he's called. Who else is there?
You said we've completed a long rest, right, Daniel?
Do we care about Jublex at all?
We know. We.
Are you sure you know?
Oh wait, not Jubilex. I mixed Jubilex up with best friend Zuckmoy. Best friend, air
Yes.
quotes.
I was gonna say, that is not how they
Best
would see each other.
They
frenemy.
hang out all the time, Daniel. What am I supposed
They
to get
do
from
hang
it?
out all the time.
All right,
There's a
so
couple you just look at, you go, God, just fuck already.
things we can skip. Zuktmoy, uh, obviously down here. Like I don't think that. I think we basically Jubilex. Jubilex is weird because there's people spraying his name. I don't know if we want to trust that entirely, but at the same time, I feel like
You ask if Jubilux is here, and 5 demon lords will answer
that's true.
with
He is
6
easy.
different answers.
He is easy to steal from, the name wise. There is the Kotishchi, demon lord who corrupted frost giants. That's something we might want to consider. Malcanthet, queen of the succubi, is another one that might be here.
So who should I ask about first?
I will say, you guys have heard the name Jublex spattered by
Yeah, which is
creatures here and there.
we want to get a wider concept of who is here rather than. Also, do we want to? I'm gonna say this in character. Do we want to do this in any of the halls, or do you think that's just a courtesy? Did it feel like it was giving you more information while being in those halls?
Uh,
I will say
Gavin
no.
interpreted. Oh, okay.
I would say no. It wasn't particular. When it came to these demon lords,
It
It
didn't
wasn't-
matter
it didn't
us
seem to
being in
matter.
the present. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I had thought that had mattered, but okay. Um.
You can do it superstitiously
can-
still if you
we can
want
just-
in character.
You could.
Let me see if this is his superstition Rogi cares to take. No, he doesn't care about that.
Okay. I kind of want to go to the archives of the present. I know it's a bastard to understand anything that's in there, but there might be something.
And
The
Rogi,
present
if
or the
you want to
future?
like,
We can go there.
Yeah.
Rogi, if you want to, because I know you were told specifically, don't ask about Loth from, from Gundra. If you want to ask about Loth, maybe before you guys meet up, I'm fine with doing retroactively doing that.
You also
Sure.
have
I will let you know whenever I want to do that.
yeah,
Okay.
you also have after all of this, you can just tell us, okay, that's
Or
it,
after,
and then
yeah.
save a charge.
Yes. So, I mean, as we start heading out for the day, and Rogi looks at the crystal, he will say, "So, because we used up all of its power yesterday, there is never. It does not always all come back. So today we only have 4 questions instead of 5.
That's understandable. It happens. Let's try to. We'll be here for a few days, won't we? He's like really not as much as he likes being here. At the same time, it's like we have to figure this out as soon as possible. Sort of is like just in his heart. Still, let's go to the present. I'll see if I can find anything that is worth acknowledging while you look at your visions. I would
Okay.
suggest Gratz first, mostly because, well,
Grass first. Okay.
Gratzit
Hmm.
spells it out. Spells it out. Graz apostrophe ZT.
Normally that would mean almost nothing to the illiterate man.
Damn.
But he can
Grab.
read here, so.
It's at this point you guys hear footsteps. You're discussing what to do.
Immediately pull out my weapon. I do not remember if I have or not.
I mean, I don't know if you do or not.
We don't. I don't think it's.
Were my weapons confiscated?
I think the
No.
answer is no. I think.
then
I think
I
we were
have
given a soft. Don't fight people here, please. At
That
some
was
point.
not. Don't carry your weapons on you.
That's
Unless
true.
I get an explicit hand over your weapons now. You're cute. It's strap.
Strap. Yeah, you see 2 figures approach. A withered drow clad in dark flowing robes, and a hulking gray-skinned monster resembling a spiky humanoid toad, its wide mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. The drow's pinched and lined face speaks to his great age, and his red eyes narrow and appraises you carefully as he approaches.
Ah, someone of importance.
I just kind of point at what I, as the player, understand to be a slod, however you
Yep.
pronounce it, and I just say,
Sad.
I just point at it and say, they're fine with you having that thing stomping around in here.
He looks over. Ah, yes, he's just a companion.
Interesting
But,
choice.
well met.
You,
Haven't seen anyone in the library in a long time.
Daniel, if you said it, I missed it. Is he a ghostly apparition?
No, it's a
Oh,
flesh and blood drow with a flesh and blood slad.
I am surprised to see anybody else here.
As am I.
Uh,
Let me introduce myself. I am Vizirin Devere.
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 Is this the name I have to make a history check on for reasons?
Probably not.
Okay.
If you guys would like, just you could probably explain what his last name is, why it's so important to the others later.
Yeah, so Devere. Hmm.
But you all are.
Gundra Myvert of House Myvert. These are traveling companions.
Rosie
Good day to
smiles and
you.
waves.
He kind of inclines his head ever so slightly. Well, what business brings you all to Graven Hollow?
I
Have you not been outside of Graven Hollow in a while?
I have.
So
Did-
you are aware of the general chaos.
Yes, the demonic invasion happening across the entirety of the Underdark.
yes, we're trying to see if there's any information here that can quell it before it, well, bores a hole so deep in the Underdark nobody can find themselves a way out.
He kind of sits there eyeing you guys some more. Puts his hand gingerly to his chin. Kind of thinks.
Why are you here?
Uh, um, Believe it or not, I'm here for the exact same reason.
No, he's not. Find the insight check.
Liar.
I would
Heck.
also like to insight check that.
Like,
Okay.
let's be honest. When you tell a drow, I'm doing blank, and they reply with, "Ditto." That's a lie.
Roll the inside check. Let's go.
Ooh, shit.
Did I not go?
Yours didn't go.
There we go.
There it is. 21. Okay. Meets beats, Kundra. Alright. Rogi, or Thodane, you wanted to go? You wanted to roll one?
Rio's dead.
Rhea's dead.
You
Okay.
fucking died.
Oh shit. Yeah, if it's a drow, I definitely will.
Q's not even rolling. He doesn't believe him.
Oh god.
No insight check necessary.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I will say,
Gross.
Rogi and Thodane, you've seen Drow talk in general. It's hard to tell the truth from the lies.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time you guys are really able to decipher them is because you have two other drow who can immediately look at something up. That's 101 in the playbook. We don't trust that one. Gundry, you're in the same mindset. That's 101 in how drow talk to each other.
Like, I'm a little mad I didn't start
But
with, what are you doing here, before telling him
right.
my business.
But there's something confusing. A drow as old as this, who's probably been in the game for some time, he uses drow 101 when speaking to you all. Somehow you think he's telling the truth, and he's
Well,
almost trying to mask it.
hmm. Well, I certainly am fortunate to meet a member of the legendary House de Vere,
Hmm.
and he is in alignment with my own goals. Uh, Tell me, how much have you learned while here? We have found little useful information, though a lot of it.
I think I should politely say you should make your own inquiries. But since I'm a helpful man,
Hmm.
and we will be sharing this library for quite some time, I imagine, I will just advise you look into the particulars of Menzo Berenson and its Archmage, Grumpf Baenre.
He did open the portal, yes.
So you've already gotten that far.
It doesn't feel very useful. I can only.
Keith wants to look at his reaction to this, of him
Mhm.
saying, "So you've already gotten that far."
Okay.
Is
Well,
that
his react
genuine or was that surprise? Like, as
it was
in,
a bit of both.
like, I don't know.
He was trying to be coy, but he was surprised that yes, you've already taken those first steps.
Okay, I was wondering if he was like surprised, as in he did not know Grump's role in it, and we just
No,
gave
no,
away vital
he
information.
definitely
Okay,
seems like he already knew that, but he was
okay.
just surprised you've taken those baby steps in that direction. Well, if you've already done that, then I would just say, he starts walking past you. Uh, you could always search for the librarians if you don't already know how to do so.
Hmm. I suppose just thinking about it hard enough would usually work, unless they have some sort of trick for that.
Nope, I think you've nailed it. Surprising, and once again, and he kind of just, at this point, walks off down the hall.
Hmm.
AKA we're dismissed.
Hmm.
I-
He's a senior mage. I'm
If
not
he
gonna
is,
fucking deal with that beyond what I've already done. I was
if
like
he is,
honestly pushing a little too hard.
if he is looking for the same things that we are, why is he leaving? Why are we not working together?
Because we're dealing.
Because we're looking for the same things. Obviously, it's a competition. Have you paid attention to nothing to our culture while you've been living with us?
It's. I don't even think it's a
I
competition. I
have
just
been
doesn't.
paying attention. It just still doesn't make sense.
He either believes we are useful, and he's allowing us to gather information. If we find something strange, we're. I'm gonna be honest. I'll probably try to find him and tell him, even though just kind of gesturing at him, just not saying anything, but just. But on
There's
the other
that.
hand, he might just think our involvement is unneeded. I don't know what his game is, but he cares. Well, cares might be strong. He's invested.
He's House de Vere.
He should be dead, right? They're gone. All of them.
They're what?
House de Vere has a long history. They've made some pretty terrible mistakes. They don't go into a lot of detail on what those mistakes specifically were, but they went against Loth and they suffered for it, and their house has just been destroyed, razed entirely. Ugh.
Oh,
House de Vere was a big house, right?
Top 5 at least.
They could have had other branches in other cities,
A lot of
right?
the things that talk about them do imply that Loth was thorough in her destruction of them.
Loth is always thorough in her
Alrighty.
destructions, but it depends on if we're talking about Loth or we're talking about the priestess's Loth. There's, I mean, there's no difference between the two, but there's still a difference between the two, you know?
What little writing we
No,
have about them, it does. They
no, I don't know. I'm very confused.
So, there's things that are mandated by Loth because Loth said so, and then there's things that
Uh-huh.
are mandated by the priestesses, and the priestesses speak and reminisce on Loth. Therefore, it's from Loth, even though Loth has said nothing.
Okay.
If Loth does not
It-
intend those words to get out, those priestesses simply disappear or suffer greatly. So, you usually trust
Oh,
it.
okay. This makes a little more sense.
Then again, it sometimes
It is
feels like they can say those things out of apathy, though I'm not really connected to Loth in that way, so I can't really say what's what. The end of the result is whenever we talk, well, the few things that talk about House Devere say Loth destroyed them utterly, and don't give any details. So,
So I have a question that I think might be a little sacrificial. What I do not want to offend either of you. Can I ask a question that may offend you guys? Or not?
You can always ask, but whether or not you have your tongue still in your mouth afterwards is up for debate.
Rogi puts his hand over his mouth as he says this question. So, there are demon lords
yes.
here,
Yes.
and we
Mhm.
are pretty sure that Loth is here. Yes?
Yes.
Perhaps. I.
We are trying to stop the demon lords from destroying us and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean that we are also fighting your god?
No.
Okay.
I know others call her a demon, but.
So if she's here and if we find her, we should not attack her.
She's a goddess. She's the goddess.
Well, this is what we're gearing up to do with all the other ones, right?
They're
We're going to
demon
attack
lords.
them.
Demon lords. An army can kill a demon lord eventually. It's a completely different level. What are you?
Rogi, we
You are
are
like
here to
you are
banish the
asking
demon
if a
lords.
mouse should fight a dragon because a mouse can miraculously kill a cat.
Rogi. The demon lords are a problem. But the
And
demon
is
lords we face have only demon lord in their title. That's all they are. For the great queen, demon lord is just another hat she wears. It's just another title in her bucket of titles. I
oh,
highly doubt. Well, she's a goddess. She can enter and leave this plane whenever she wants, right?
Uh,
Isn't that
that's a complex answer. I think the answer is technically yes.
so so you're kind of saying that Loth is kind of like a flump. Like a
I
flump
don't
is something
You
that is from another plane, and normally all of those things that come from that place are usually bad. But flumps are good, and they are more than just that.
Well, we need to start talk. Well, to actively answer that question, I need to
I have
ask you
absolutely
your
nothing
idea
to
of good because it's
I
very different, and also goodness is the.
It
I
is
know
maybe
nothing
not
about
the right word.
clumps and I refuse to learn, so I can't
That is
answer that
also a
question.
terrible comparison, just for many other
And I
reasons.
refuse to learn.
So okay, well
There's good in.
then main question that I'm trying to get at then is, uh, We are trying to fight and go against and stop these demon lords. Is Loth someone we are trying to do the same thing with, or is
No.
this different?
No,
Is
Loth.
it good that she is here, or bad that she is here? If she
It's
is.
if she is here, she is
That
here.
depends
That's
on her whim.
yeah,
If
genuinely
she is
yes.
here, she is here, and she will do as she pleases. And if she is not here, then she is not here, and she will do as she pleases.
That
Oh, okay.
what
This
you
makes
saw
sense.
wasn't her finding a doorway in. She has other methods to interact with this world that demon lords, I believe, don't have any direct way of doing.
The goddess. Listen, Rogi. There's the core of all life, and Kilu's gonna come over and put his hand on Rogi's shoulder.
He
Life
looks up intently.
is chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Loth is chaos.
Oh.
Life and death is completely random. You can only slightly turn the ship that you sail to and fro, but the river is still going to flow through it. Eventually, the boat will sink and capsize.
This makes perfect sense. I knew if anyone could help me with it, it would be you. Thank you.
Gundren doesn't believe he understands. Gundren,
Hughes also does not believe he understands, but also is not going to rebuttal a compliment. You've trapped him. He doesn't know what.
You've trapped him. That's so. I think that's the funniest fucking thing that's been said in this campaign.
the bottom line is, if Loth is here, and if somehow we come into her presence, you just don't make eye contact. Do whatever she says. It does not matter what. And maybe she won't kill you if she feels like it. If she's not here, we don't have to concern about it. What we are worried about are the corruptive forces that are stomping around these lands, like what we've seen so far. Everything else, anything else that has come out of the gigantic mistake Gronf has made, doesn't matter. Be it a goddess or be it the lowliest little extraplanar creature.
This makes sense. To the present.
Okay.
Rogi thinks about the halls of the present and tries to go there.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to split up at all to do other different kinds of research?
I would like to hear what Rogi has to say. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
through. I'm going to struggle through the Hall of the Presence and try to find other stuff. And you said you had some extra things you wanted to say, or did I mishear? And present is included in that.
Me?
Daniel said he had a few handful of things that he forgot to mention while we were in some of the halls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are. If you go to the archives of the past, present, future, you can learn different things. With the by doing research and partially using the Stonekeeper crystal and some stuff.
Okay.
So you guys head to to any archive of the past?
Present.
Present, sorry, just any of them.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
get
guess.
a choice last time.
I guess if there is one that's specific to demon lords or generally talks about demon lords, I think we can get some pretty clear understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of search around. A lot of the archives of the present seem to all look the same, but the topics when you dive into them are all different. But you do notice above one of the archives of the present, there's a little slat that translates to "the present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp, without mercy or respite." And you kind of go in, you're like, oh, okay, there's some mentions of demon lords in here.
Oh, I'm also curious. Fraz Urblu, the creature that came out of that crystal I destroyed, is known as a prince of lies, deception, and such.
Mhm.
I worry that we released him from that strange prison, and then he pretended to banish himself. So
Well,
it might
we
be worth
just-
looking him up, just making sure.
Okay. Who should I start with? Grass, right?
Gratst.
Mm-hmm. Rogi will.
I'm going to give
Activate.
Rogi a vague description based off what little I know. I know he's a big purple guy, at the very least.
Is he purple? I always thought he was like jet black skin.
Depends on who's drawing him.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that's true.
it's either
Grass?
jet
I thought
black
it
or
was
purpley.
blue.
Again,
Grass.
It's purpley.
yeah, the 5th edition picture gives him a purple sheen, but I don't know if that's
Yeah.
just displaying a dark tone, an unnatural dark tone, through that sort of coloring.
Yeah, we'll say he's just like an obsidian skin color.
Rogi will take the crystal out and ask, is Gratz on the material plane at the moment?
Your vision goes blank, goes dark, and you kind of see through what you can only imagine is Gratz's eyes. Probably for the best. You feel dirty but powerful. And he's walking down a very familiar hall. Almost like a library. But instead of books, there are stone tablets.
Uh-oh.
And he's
uh-oh,
gently
uh-oh.
running his hand through it.
Guys, he's here. He's here.
What do you mean he's here?
It's in the thesis. He's here. He's where we are.
Can you hear me yet?
He keeps walking, admiring the grand view of a gigantic geo that makes up sort of the heart of this place.
He's near a big geode.
And then he just kind of wanders off again, and the vision fades.
He's here. He's here. He is in the library.
Was the geode just a display piece, or did it have some sort of importance, do you
It
think?
looked important.
We should go there. I don't know if we can deal with this right now, but
Yeah, this is a lot to deal with. All right. Well, let's.
maybe we should seek out the librarians and tell them that there's a demon lord stalking these halls. Maybe they can banish him temporarily or something.
Do you think they would already know? Are they the type to consort with demons? I mean, all this knowledge has to come from somewhere, right?
Aren't people here? Like, can't only someone come in if they are invited or something?
He's a demon lord. I can't imagine he's invited anywhere.
Exactly. So why is he here?
I mean, I know several priestesses would.
Those are different.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Librarians or geode. One of those two.
Or option 3, ask more questions. I
That's
don't know.
true.
Just
Option
ignore the problem.
4, wish in our hearts to go visit Gratz.
Rogi,
Do we want to do that?
Do we really need to look for him? We can just will ourselves to him immediately.
can.
Would you say the same for Demogorgon?
Absolutely not, under any circumstances.
Then why is that an option in your mind? The only difference
He
is
seems
that
more squirmy.
Are you ready to fight right now?
He's always ready to fight.
Yeah, I know. Keith doesn't even honor that question with an answer, or just a scoff, like.
If there's one thing we know about Keeluth, he's down for a good scrap.
all right. So, do we tattle? Do we investigate? Or do we run into a possible death? I'm personally into finding the librarians. What is everybody else feeling? I know we got to vote for finding Gratz over here.
Gavin wants to find the librarians, but Rogi would want to find Gratz.
We'll go with personally. I think we follow Rogi's
Okay.
impulse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to go to the library as well, but if Rogi's pushing in that direction, then I'd have no problem with that.
Yeah, let's just go to a demon lord. No problem.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. If we feel that he's close, we cover our eyes and we calmly discuss.
Does
What do
he
we
have a
do?
thing with eyes?
Last time we saw a demon lord, we went insane. So
Oh,
True.
this
I'll
is
just
true.
say I don't know if covering your eyes would have really
I
helped
don't
that
know the
much.
rules. I don't know the rules.
True, you don't know the rules. So, where is everyone heading?
I'm following Rogi because I'm not personally trying to get. You know what, Daniel? Actually, if you want, you can separate me because I don't want this so bad.
Don't want it, so you would probably not end up there. But if you're following another person, it kind of doesn't matter.
How does fall down a staircase, disappear?
That might work, but you have to fall down the staircase willingly.
I want to roll a die and see if just passively his desire not to see this thing gets him to slightly detour long enough that the library shifts him to the other side of the world. I think that's a no, you're staying.
Yeah. So, Rogi, you are trying to find Gratz.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone coming with you?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay. Rogi, I want you to make a wisdom check.
All right. Here we go.
Can anyone assist with this?
Sure.
You want to give me advantage and roll your own?
I give you advantage.
Alright, 20 wisdom. That's enough. You go walking through this library. Gundro, are you in the middle of the group, the back of the
Back.
group?
Fucking back.
Yeah, let's get a good walking order here. Rogi's up front, leading the way. Who's behind Rogi?
Keyleth.
And
Okay,
I'll be behind Luth.
okay, and then
Hell
Gundra's holding
yeah.
the rear. You're walking.
So that I can clean up her mess.
Damn, Keyleth got titties now.
Well, your mess, but his mess. Oh,
I just something real good here. Oh, there we go.
Keyleth becomes woman, immediately is now eligible to buy a house.
to be fair, Keela's attitude
Keyleth now
makes
has
me
rights.
feel like he's a drow woman sometimes.
Drow women are
Honestly-
entirely different vibe.
So you gotta give me that.
Drow women are so fucking insanely different of a vibe. This is just like a confident dude. This guy's confident with it. Drow women scare me. They're fucking
Yeah, that's
insane.
fair. They are really fucked up, aren't they?
I wrote
Real messed up.
Gundra's mom, this woman who saw her child have a slight birth defect and be like, this is worthless, throw it off the edge of a cliff or something, I don't care. And that's only a little strange. That's not enough to register for most women. It's like, you're really against this little freak boy.
This little
Yeah.
freak boy.
So as you're traveling through the library, looking for the Demon Lord Gratz, the Dark Prince,
Just to
the
ask
Demon
you kindly
Lord
to please
of
leave.
every debaucherous pleasure there is, every taboo.
That's why he's here. Reading is one of those debaucheries.
Oh,
Oh god, he's a
You like-
nerd!
books. Oh, what a degenerate.
What a fucking degenerate. You walk through, and it almost feels darker, maybe, as you travel. It's hard to tell.
This is a bad idea.
You keep walking.
Did anybody feel anything strange from the drow we met earlier?
Is Keelan bringing this up
Yes.
right now? Okay.
Strange how?
Strange as in that might not have been an actual drow.
No, just kind of. Gundra's kind of torn between being fairly confident that was just a guy, and also that makes more sense than a member of House DeVere being alive in this area. Granted, we're also in this place, and that's weird enough.
Rogi, you're the first to turn the corner, and you look down just a shelf of stone tablets, and you see a figure up ahead. Seems to be outlined in a pale glow.
I immediately have everyone stop, put my hand by my mouth, and like slink up against a bookshelf. Keep an eye on him, but try to be stealthy. Say, he is up ahead.
Is everyone else walking up stealthily?
I'm fucking
Yes.
freezing as soon as I hear that. Like,
Let me stealthy.
What do we do?
yeah,
Do we talk to him or do we just attack?
what a question to ask now.
Someone wants to talk. It should not be me.
Damn, Frankie's not here.
Actually,
Yeah.
Frankie's asleep. He's like, I don't care about this right now. I might pick up a book later, but besides that,
Who's got good charisma?
intentional dump stat.
Mine's trash.
I'm at 10.
I'm at
Nobody
13.
likes an old warrior.
Frankie never realizes it, but this is why we need him. We need that charisma.
Rogi, what's your charisma?
pretty sure it is 0. Yep.
Keluth steps forward.
Kira's the first to die.
I think I grabbed Keluth as soon as he starts moving. It's just like, Art, what are you doing? What are you doing?
having a conversation.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not. But
Yank.
what's life without a little chaos?
He's not really letting go. He's like, you can tell he thinks it's the worst idea in the world. He doesn't really stop you from just like pulling your hand out of his, but just
Keluth like puts his other hand on top of Gundra's and just like stares him in the eye. Risks are inherent in life, but this has the potential of great reward. For information, for a quest, for a great number of things.
Here.
Do you have any requests for information? Things that I won't think about asking.
Oh, you are not going in alone. I am at least coming with you.
Absolutely
Please.
not.
You want us to just stay here? What if he attacks you?
If he attacks me, I don't know. Have some counter spells already. I don't know. I'm not a wizard. How am I supposed to answer that? I'm sure y'all will think of something.
Here, at least take this. Rogi takes a very like large mushroom that kind of looks like a loaf of bread, and hands it to you. Eat this; it will help.
Immediate like nose scrunch, but he'll just kind of like give it a sniff, and
It
like
smells like cinnamon.
He'll give it a chew. Very cautious little nibble.
It tastes really, really good. It tastes like a cinnamon roll with frosting and everything.
That's
I'm
even
going
more
to
suspicious.
get
As
some.
I cast enhanceability on you, giving you
Hey.
Eagle Splendor.
Eagle Splendor.
Nice.
Get increased in charisma.
You could.
Advantage on charisma.
Advantage on charisma
Yep.
checks.
Heck yeah. Alright.
I am going to get out the little carry bag that I've left most of my stuff in the thing, but one thing I will never just leave alone for too long is the holy symbol from that Priestess of Lot that I stole, and I think I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, he accepts
Oh,
that graciously
okay.
with a bow. Like, not like a full-on bow, but like a little head.
She's
Like,
not.
genuine, like, relief and gratitude.
I don't think she's very. I don't haven't heard many stories where she protects somebody from doing something foolish, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, but she rewards those who risk. Thodain, do you have any questions for me to ask?
Um, hmm. Not specifically.
Alright.
Why he's here, what he knows. The moment he
The
starts asking you
basics.
questions, just and
Yes, just steal your emotions.
he doesn't need to know anything about us.
Alright. Going in.
Okay.
Kilu is going to just like take a moment to just like kind of like shake himself out a bit. You know how athletes do before they
Yeah. Steal yourself
Shake
kind
his
of do.
triceps.
yeah,
Hell
just
yeah.
give a little
Flip his
flex,
flaps.
Get in the zone.
get in the zone, get his best game face on, and just casually, like he wasn't just nervously shaking himself out, walk
Hmm.
forward.
Now he's a bit down this hallway. You have to travel a good like
Uh,
60 feet probably.
if possible, Keyleth's gonna try and walk past him a bit.
Okay. You're walking, we'll just say you're walking just now separated from your friends. It's a library shelf, stone tablets on either side. It's hard to make out the figure, but of course, from everything you've known, this has to be him. And eventually, as you get closer, you do see a large horned man with dark, unnaturally dark skin, and a strange number of fingers on one hand.
If possible, Keyleth's going to try and not like specifically stare at him, just kind of like at the hallway ahead.
Okay.
What's
There's a
he
moment
doing? Like what's
he's clearly holding like a stone tablet and he's reading. And what turns your blood to ice is that his eyes do glance at you for a moment. Just a moment. Before it goes right back to his stone tablet. An
all right?
always persistent hint of a smile on his face.
All right, he's gonna walk past Gratz. Maybe get 10 to 15 feet past him, and then just like stop, uh, turn like his back to the bookshelf.
Hmm.
Um, that's like the the one Gratz is not facing, and then just like lean up against the bookshelf, cross his arms, and wait for Gratz to finish reading or
It
say
is,
something.
it is at this moment that there's something odd about Graz that you didn't expect. He has a very beautiful sword at his side, but it's hard to get any color from it.
A what?
And then there's this pale glow that surrounds him. And almost through him, almost 70, 80 feet away down the hall, you can barely see your friends poking out from behind the shelves. You're seeing through him now.
So he's like not actually here.
He seems to be a spirit or a specter of some kind. But he just then, there's a moment where he kind of looks at you. Can I help you?
Perhaps,
Oh,
if you would
this
be
is good.
interested in such a thing.
Oh, I would love to. He immediately puts the thing away and puts his full attention on you. There is a palpable charisma that emanates from him. Even as like this weird ghost, this specter. But you can tell you're not going crazy. You're not
Okay.
drawn to him. There's
That's a good
something
sign, at
muted.
least.
He kind of gets close, puts his head under his hand, like, interlocks his hands together, puts his chin on top of it, stares you in the eyes, which he has to kind of lean over to do. Well, how can I help?
Well, how much do you know about
Come on.
the inferiors of your ranks that have wormed their way into the material plane?
Oh, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. I have a lot of inferiors. I like where
But
I
of
like
your
where you're
rank?
of my rank. So I'm assuming you mean the title of Demon Lord, considering your rank.
Q just smiles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, I assumed we'd have to be here, but now sounds like you're telling me there are plenty of them are here. I've got competition.
Do you really have competition, though?
Yeah, I like the flattery. It's a strong move. So tell me, who is here?
Would you mind a question for a question? An answer for an answer?
He kind of leans up to his full height, puts his back against the bookshelf. It doesn't move or shake at all. Maybe for a few. I like a good game. Make them good.
Orcus.
Orcus. Okay. I haven't really felt him around, but that's a fun one. I'm gonna have to think about that. I haven't played with a lot of dead bodies recently. Alright, what do you want to know?
How is it that you've ended up in the material plane?
Ugh. I thought you would have known. It clearly had something to do with the spider bitch.
Rude.
Could you give a bit more specifics than that? I've already known that answer. I was wondering.
Sorry, no more specifics. You'll have to give me another one.
He'll raise his hands to that. You know, Goo.
There's a moment where his eyes delve into you. Roll a deception check.
Deception?
We
I
don't
think
know if Yunogu is
don't know
here.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought we knew Nogu was here.
we've only seen a few gnolls be a little weird. That's the extent of
Oh. Then retract that. That was
Okay,
my
I'll
mistake
retract
as a
that.
player,
Alright.
if you don't
Okay.
mind.
I will allow it back.
Zugmantoy.
Oh, he kinda looks disappointed. Oh, I don't wanna. Alright.
I feel you, Kratz.
Fine, I guess. He leans in closer. I don't know, there's something about the magic in your Underdark that had to do with it. Some big pompous wizard too. He he was tricked by your god. Anyways, I assume since you're telling me two names now, plenty of us got dragged down here. And so this is going to be one hell of an adventure. Another name.
I forget how to pronounce Catboy.
Cat boy. Fraz
Demogorgon,
Blue.
Fraz-Blue.
Blue, Baphomet.
Fraz-Blue.
Ah, that's disappointing. He's just boring.
He ran away immediately.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, he's probably hanging around you, listening to this as we speak, but I don't really care.
Keyleth just arched an eyebrow at that.
Anyway, what
So
else
what
could
are
I
we...
tell you? Yeah, give me another question. Something else you're interested in. I like this back and forth so far. It has made me at least not want to kill you.
Well, that's the least I could hope for.
Uh-huh. You're starting to make it happen, though, so.
Is there any particular reason you're here in the library?
Ah, that's my. I thought that was gonna be your first question. Glad you at least came back around to it. Um, well, I just decided to get a little knowledge in. I don't really know how this happened, so I was kind of looking into that. But I'm also just trying to figure out how else to bring this beautiful place a little closer to my home.
Hmm.
I'm thinking about adding a new Toril garden.
Hmm. And the infinite knowledge wouldn't be too bad of an acquisition, I'm assuming.
Infinite. Look at this place. It's a dump. All right, give me another name.
Baphomet.
Ooh, now that is a man I can have a good time with. Rough, aggressive. Like it.
Keyleth just smiles at that.
Give me another name.
May I at least
No,
ask a
give me another
question?
name.
Keyleth, just stay silent.
He's waiting expectantly. Oh, fine, if you're gonna be playing hard to get. Okay, I assume you're here to stop this, correct? Have
I
us go
was
back home?
I was going to phrase the question more as what can we do to assist you in taking care of some of your competition?
Okay. Let me think about it. Let's see, you're gonna need a ritual in general. If you're gonna want to deal with, I assume you want to deal with them at the same time. Probably not one in one, because any one of those names mentioned will kill you in a second.
So they need to be distracted.
I don't know how you want to go about it, but I do need, you're going to need something of the demon lords, as you put them. Ooh,
Symbols?
ooh, I just had a good. No, fuck symbols.
No, idiot. Fuck you. Stupid.
He gets down like on one knee. He stands at a good like probably 8 to 9 feet tall. And he kind of gets down on one knee, tries to get as close to your eyes with his as he can. Give me all the names you know, and I will give something to you. Something that will help.
Help my cause.
Uh-huh. That's exactly it.
Alright. There's a potential of Yinogu being around, although that was not
Yeah,
confirmed.
I kind of figured his boy toy, Baphomet was here, so
There's a potential. There's been sights of sentient slimes, so a potential of Jublex.
yeah, yeah. His fuck buddy, Zookmoy is here, so we're not getting surprised. Give me another name.
Give him the big meat.
And the one I had the unfortunate experience of witnessing personally. Demogorgon.
And with this, his eyes kind of go wide. Oh, oh, now that's good. You saved the best for last.
Is there any other way to do it?
He's just kind of looking off now, his face almost in ecstasy as he thinks. Okay. This is gonna be one hell of a party. He kind of. Any other names for clarification, or did you really save the best for last?
I believe I saved the best for last. Do we have any other names? I don't think so.
Gundra mentioned like 2 names, but it was like big question marks and like also demon lords that nobody else has heard of.
Grass
Yeah, like
stands up.
there's a potential
Huh?
from a vision witnessed by a companion of mine, where the implication of the vision is that everybody's here to party.
Oh, I hope not.
There's too
I
many.
like a good amount of people, but a crowd is just. Well, a crowd is just a bad orgy. Alright. Well, as promised, and of course I have no need to keep it, but I think this will be more fun. He reaches up towards his head, and using his long fingernails, takes off a chunk of his horn. Takes one of the stone tablets near you, places the horn in there, and then covers it up with the tablet. And he just kind of looks at you with a nice little smile. Ooh, I hope I can meet you again. What was your name?
Keyleth.
Keyleth.
My house name comes after a first date.
Wow. Smart, too. Smart. Have fun with the end of the world, Keyleth. And he just kind of walks off, and as he does, you just see he fades to nothing. You feel like you can finally breathe again.
What's happening now?
Keyleth just kind of like slumps a bit. He's just like holding this tablet thing, and he just kind of like staggers back. I think he's going to immediately pass the tablet off to Rogi, and then just like slump some of his weight down on Gundra and just like faceplant into his shoulder.
All
But
right.
what you've seen him do is basically
And-
the essential of like picking up a library book, shoving something in there, and then putting the library book back. Is almost
Don't
exactly
open it.
what he's done.
Keyleth just like kind of like points at Rogi. Don't open it.
Oh,
Did y'all see that?
I
That
was
And
looks
he's
like
just
it
gonna
went-
like repeat word for word what happened as best he can.
You gave him your first name?
Did we get to see that? Like, were we hearing any of that?
You
Or
guys are probably 80 feet away.
So like
Okay.
we
I'm sure you
heard
might be.
we heard the peaks, and that's it.
Yeah, you heard the peaks. I would say. You read a lot more body language than anything.
okay.
He was hovering over you like. Okay, first things first, we need to talk about this. He is a Lord of Debauchery. So, do you have any impulses
That's
or
why it
wants?
seemed like he was into you. This makes sense.
Do you have any impulses or wants that you want to satisfy right this moment? Fuck everything else.
Take a nap.
That could be.
But
Hmm.
honestly, it's
The-
ignorable. No, I'm fine.
What else could? What other kinds
Rogi
of madness
takes
could he take?
a mushroom that is completely
Yeah, I'm
black
not.
out of
I'm
his.
not. I've already eaten one thing you've offered me, Rogi, and I believe it helped greatly. I'm not eating another.
Okay, if this was
I will
meant to
say
help
I
as well,
was
but okay.
passively thinking about the eagle splendor the whole time.
Okay, rad.
Okay, so he put his horn in that.
A piece.
Okay. We can never open this. In fact,
Can we even take it with us out of the library?
I
Do they
don't
allow us to
like.
take the tablets?
I feel like this is just a trap to have his influence be put on you. I can't.
Well, according to him, we already have one influence of a demon lord that we supposedly banished on us. Who knows how many others are watching? I don't think we're as secret as a group as we believe we are. It's part of what gave me the confidence to approach him in the first place, because I don't think there was any reason that he wouldn't know that we were already here, all of us. It's like playing nice with the matron, except the matron is just far more powerful than you've ever had.
You were really good at that. That was impressive.
Out of character, Gundred is like thinking about this horn the same way somebody was just like, here's a piece of raw plutonium. This will be
Here's-
useful to you in the future. And it's like, maybe. I don't fucking know.
Well, Rogi, my first first paramour, was a priestess in training. And unlike most of my peers, I genuinely enjoy the matrons.
What do you mean? I'm like, they're wonderful. I don't know what anybody else talks about. It is a radiance of just beauty and power that.
And terror.
Okay, that
It's
is
the-
another thing that we, well, don't know if we have in common, but
We have
My
a piece
first
of a
love
demon
was
lord near
also
us right
a
now. I don't
female
think.
noble priestess. So
You know, the thrill you get when jumping off a cliff and you're not sure if you're going to live or die? That is the thrill.
Everybody. It was first of all, junior priestess. I've been with the junior priestess. And I'll be honest, a lot of women seem to be annoyed with me, especially me whenever I was still in Sorcerer. Like, I was
You gotta balance the subservience
I was-
with the
I was-
confidence. You gotta be confidently subservient, Gundry. I can
I
teach you
was, but I was very
techniques.
kind of reflecting back on it. I know it was barely a year ago, but I was very pick me, you know. I was.
Too desperate.
I
You
once
needed more confidence. You had too much subservience. You needed to add in more confidence.
not to get
We'll
into
work
any
on
more
it.
details.
yes, too
but
much flamboyancy, not enough. Yes.
My flamboyancy is fine.
No, the flamboyancy is fine.
I'll be just. Everybody was there.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it any further. Me embarrassing myself on the surface made me really think about a few things. And I'm guaranteed that I could not lose my head if I met another woman that I wanted to impress. But again, I think we should focus on things. What you two are talking about is fine, but it's not impressive.
I should ask Gratz for tips.
No, you shouldn't. He will tell you to kill them, and you will suddenly have the idea that that's the most beautiful sexual thing you can do to a woman. Anyways, we have a
Hey,
He
kill
just
them
piece
and fuck their
of
Hughes
his.
corpse.
like takes a moment where he considers that and just kind of like acquiesces, like, yeah,
Gratz is the kind of guy who'd be like, yeah, kill them and then fuck their corpse. Oh, is that
We
too
have
far?
a
Oh.
piece of his head. We have a
Thodane,
piece of
what can
him.
we do with Demon Lord pieces? Both of you wizards, all three of you spellcasters.
Daniel, is there a? This is a horrible. This is nothing.
We need
Check
to
I can take.
save. We need to save this for a ritual that we need to
Oh,
perform.
it is. You never thought you would never need a piece of a demon lord, or even a powerful part of a demon. I would have both Thodane and Gundra make a Arcana check. Rogi, is there a way you think you can roll to maybe add your own druidic touch to this? Rogi?
Let me think.
Okay.
Or I'm thinking right now.
Fuck.
Thodane? Rio?
Actually, could I use my? This feels like a good use of my demon thing.
That could, yes, I will use. That's a great
Oh.
moment to use. Oh yeah,
Oh, saving it
I
paid off.
Question
yeah,
of
it did.
I'm gonna use this
is
for
this
this.
anything?
I will give advantage to Thodane whenever he rolls.
Oh, I'll just give you some basic information if you can do that as well, or I can give you some information if they
No,
both don't work out.
if I don't have to roll, then I will just take the success.
It's not like a success. It's just you. Even if they fail, you might get some information from a different viewpoint.
Yeah, that's what I'll do then.
Okay. So
So
Dane,
dang.
Rio, wake up!
Rio,
Yeah.
He's out.
we need like a
Maybe-
buzzer or foghorn in his butthole.
Ew.
And just wake his ass up.
Daniel, simply buy a soundboard.
No. Rio! Alright. He's not getting his information
Baby
then.
is asleep. Let the
So,
man
Gundra
rest.
and Thodane kind of go back and forth. I mean, it's such a powerful catalyst, but what madman would even try to use it? Whereas you, Rogi, if it is connected to something so evil and corrupt, it there's a chance that something so evil and corrupt could be used in a wider array of things to affect things that are evil and corrupt. There's a
Damn,
good
it's
chance it's
useful.
useful for something.
Damn. Hey,
Like they're trying to work out the math behind it. You've taken a different step towards this.
treats like fucking
hmm
shit.
You know, like how sometimes you graft certain funguses to other funguses, and it just works.
Yes.
But you can't graft a fungus to a rock. That doesn't work.
I was gonna come up with a monster metaphor, but I
There
will
we
use
go.
that metaphor
No,
actually.
are you sure? Are you gonna use a monster one?
Um. Let's see. Yep, making something up. I will say. So, no. You are thinking about it all wrong. When you are trying to protect yourself from sturges, the best thing that you can do is take one and break it open and cut it open and then smear its blood on you because other sturges do not care about other sturges. We can use this to help us as either maybe a shield or a weapon or something against other demons, I think.
Sure,
Can
but
it be bait?
at the same time, it's like if that Sturge's blood was acidic. It's
I mean, if we could use it for bait, that'll get all of the
If it is
demon
acidic,
lords into
then
one
we just need to
spot.
find something that is, resistant to acid.
Okay,
There
so
is a way to use this.
here's a bad idea. I believe he genuinely wants to stop the demon lords like we do. There's a little bit of strangeness behind it, but his intent, at least as far as I read it, is clear. Do we give this to Devere, a much more senior wizard who probably has better understanding of how to handle such objects, and just
If we give it to Devere, aren't we giving it back to Gratz?
he's not Gratz.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Probably.
Gratz was a ghost,
Hey.
and
For the record, did not look at Devere's hands.
that's true.
Oh shit.
Why do we want to ask Devere about this, or even give it to some person we've had one conversation with?
He's more experienced with this sort of stuff. I just by existing as he is.
We have no idea why he even wants to research the demon lords. All he said is he has a similar quest. Whether that quest is to banish them or to harness their power, who knows? He's a wizard after all.
He out of
All
character.
compliment intended.
Out of character, I did get the vibe that he wanted to get rid of them as much as we did, right? Or not as much as we did, but he did have some idea of it.
I'd say that's up to you. You tell me if that's how you felt.
I'm not saying we can
Did
trust.
you want to try to make an inside check on Gratz? Because I'm in on it. Let's do this, baby.
No, like
And Devere.
Devere.
Oh, and Devere.
I was curious to see if Devere, like I sensed Devere whenever he said, "Hey, that was my goal too," that
Oh, okay.
overall he was being truthful. Like,
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. You felt it was weird that he would use Drow 101 like kind of language when talking to you, but he knows that you know he's a far more advanced Drow. Something like that just feels
he's here.
wrong.
He's here for the same purpose. There's. He's being shifty about it, but I don't think that makes what he said a lie. If that makes sense. It might be worth giving it to him, and then, since he's not a specter, he put it in, he took it off, put it in the book, and then you got it out. Then you pulled the book, and well, hey, can we kind of feel that it's in it, even if it's closed?
It's not a book, like I said, it's stone
Yeah.
tablets that are lined up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, you could, I don't know, push forward on the stone tablet and see if you feel like an impact.
I'm just gonna reach my hand towards it and see if I get like an extra sensory sort of like, hey, you're about to touch something of massive evil.
Well,
A
like I
whole
said,
chunk of evil.
there's still a stone tablet in front of it where it would be.
I
That
absolutely
That
love.
hasn't been removed yet.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love the idea that there's no danger to it at all. Grass just did that to be cute, and now we're all freaking out.
I can.
Do you want to remove the stone tablet?
We'll remove the stone tablet, and that is the extent of what I will do.
You remove the stone tablet. And you look kind of in that darkened little corner.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, you see not a spectral version of it, but a real life version of Gratz's horn.
Am I? Do I get like any feelings from it aside from the sort of like personal?
You already feel such anxiety. It's so hard to tell. Maybe there might be something coming off of it. I would say the more you look at it, the more you notice there's like a tiny layer of dust on it.
Keyleth pokes it.
Ooh.
You feel for a moment as you touch it pretty solidly good. It's a nice euphoria, but it's only for a second.
He kind of like
Just
makes a
slap.
whoa.
Like slap Keyleth. Why would you do that?
Feel.
You not remember the gemstone?
That was an entire demon lord trapped in a gemstone. This is a piece.
Yeah. It's
Besides,
a
it
physical
didn't
piece of him. It is the
there's
closest.
Do you feel like a fraction mad?
Mad? No, I felt good, but not good enough to want to risk whatever downsides that has and touch it again.
Who has a
So,
bag?
yes.
Who has anything?
know?
Who has just like a sheet of burlap?
How big is this thing?
He tried to
Say
get it
it's-
off the tiniest piece, but he's bigger than us, so.
Right. I'd say it's about 4 to 5 inches long.
Ugh.
And
That's more
about
than I
maybe, like,
wanted.
maybe about like 2 inches wide. But it's all like jagged. It's not like quite right. You could see the outside where the
Oh,
horn. It just
Keyleth
kind of
has
looks
flask.
good.
Keyleth bought
Okay.
flasks a bunch long ago. Would one of them fit in a flask, or is it too big?
I think that's too big for a flask.
How
Yeah.
about a caltrop bag?
Yeah, if you empty out the caltrops.
They were emptied out session 1,
Oh,
my
that's
man.
right. That's right. I forgot about that. They have been empty. Yeah,
They have been empty, full of gold, and emptied again once we got a backpack.
over a year has gone by.
Over a year has gone by.
Yeah, it's empty. That would work.
All right.
Alright. Does he feel anything touching the thing when it's in a bag
How are you trying to pick it up?
by the
The
strings?
bag.
But like, oh, you mean like put it in the bag?
Yeah, how are you putting it in the bag?
Yeah, you just do that like you open the bag and then like you grip the base of the bag and then like
Mhm.
opening down and then you like grab it, like have it like you would pick up an
Okay,
animal.
yeah.
You know, like you
Yeah.
like with
You're
a
picking up
towel and an
dog shit.
animal.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
yeah.
picking up you got the baggie.
Right. I got it. Yeah, there's a moment where like you grip it and like once again this orgasmic feeling kind of comes over you. And then you kind of let go and you're fine.
Picking up through the
You have it in
bag
the
didn't
bag.
help.
Keyleth is going to
It's
like
only because really
give
you feel
a
like you have
sort
to
of
grip
like
it.
test swing of this thing against his thigh. Like if he like ties it around his belt
Right.
and it's like
Yeah,
constantly like okay, nothing.
nothing.
So it's more tied into like the sort of like meaning of the act of purposefully grabbing it than
Yeah, it might be something.
We will
like
find.
just physical contact with the thing.
We should find a better container for that, but if this works, I guess it works. I'm less enticed to bring this to Devere now, but at the same time, he does know better than us.
Keyleth looks at Gundra strangely. We had one conversation with this man.
He is a member of a house that's been gone for 200 years. About. He has been.
This is fair. I was thinking you came over some sort of madness or possession, but nope, never mind.
The fact
You
that
are
he
correct.
survived that entire ordeal, I don't care how he did it, is something. The worst I can say about this is that he might not have. He might have the same goal as us, but he might have it for different interests, which. You know, is just a common concern.
He's got at least 5 with how old he is.
He's separate. He's been
Different agendas.
He's been so separate.
Also, what was
from-
with that slod?
That's also an interesting thing. It's not as if people don't walk around with demons, but a slod is an entirely different thing. And I think it was one of the more violent ones at that.
Okay.
Well, who wants to carry the
Should it be the
valued
first?
item, new gem, if we would?
Should
I won't mind holding it myself, if being I am the most physically capable of the group of protecting it, but if someone else is more inclined to hold it,
when we get our things, put that in a second bag. Make sure that it's hard to pull out.
I'm gonna insist on Thodane's casting of that don't look at us spell for camp.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
I've decided Keluth is now calling it that because Keluth muscle brain cannot remember the names of spells, and therefore I, as a player, should not be held to such a standard either.
Let's go
camp
see.
spell?
Let's go talk with the librarians. It was one of the things we were advised to do. And again, while Devere is a whole subject, I don't.
Let's warn the librarians of their incoming danger of having their
Well,
realm being snatched. Although I don't, considering how it was explained to us, is it even possible for him to snatch it? It's probably, considering he's wanting to try, but
and it seems like he was here before, considering how much dust has accumulated on. He might have.
what?
There was dust on the horn, little glimmer of it. Would have noticed if it wasn't that coloration and sheen. But it's been here for a while, so maybe Gratz is
No,
already.
I saw him take it off his head.
Yes, but he was also not physically here.
Oh, you think? Oh, space time. God damn it.
This place is both in the present and past, and
Paylord, damn it! Darkness take this plane.
Darkness, take this place.
I think those specters are of different times. So Gratz might be long gone onto some other venture. I think we gave him a lot more information. Mm. I don't know what he'd do with that, though. Whatever, let's find the librarians.
So I gave Gratz from the past information of the.
Yep.
You told him who was here, and something he could have figured out on his own time. If I had to guess, he probably came here first thing as soon as he got out. Or very soon after he got out. He probably would have found out all that information by this time anyways. Let's assume that we
Well, he
gave him
found
nothing.
them
maybe
out
by
from
this
me.
point he has already killed or banished a few of the others. Who knows?
You are very hopeful. I don't think that's his game.
If he was banished, this horn wouldn't be here.
That
Right?
probably is true. Or, maybe.
All right.
Yeah,
So you guys try to walk off,
yeah,
go find the librarian.
yeah.
All right, we'll end tonight's session there. As you guys walk off to find a librarian.